500 cherry blossoms. Vancouver's love affair with the cherry blossom dates back to like the 1930s. The Japanese cities of Kobe and Yokohama gave 500 cherry blossom trees to the Stanley Park Park Board in a way to honor the Japanese Canadians who fought in the First World War. So cherry blossoms are not native to BC, but now that we have them, they've become a very, very important, well, a very, very big thing for us because obviously they're incredibly pretty. It's also one of those ways that we really tell when spring has actually come, right? When we start seeing those cherry blossoms bloom over here, we're like, thank God summer is coming, right? Like the rain is going to stop eventually and we can't wait for it, right? We just had 6 months of it, we're done with it. So it's a big deal when we start seeing these things blossom over here. So for this cherry blossom liqueur that I made, what I did was I put about 120 grams of sugar into one mason jar and then 120 mils of vodka into another mason jar. I filled them both with some cherry blossoms and then I shook them both so they can get really good contact with all the blossoms. And then I let them sit for about 2 days. Okay, so after the second day, I turned that sugar, that cherry blossom sugar into a simple syrup by going just 1-to-1 water to sugar. I strained out all the blossoms out of both of them, and then I slowly started adding in the simple syrup into the vodka infusion. I just did bar spoons at a time, so I remember doing about 10 bar spoons. At that point, I felt like it was sweet enough, and we got enough of the floral without having to go really overboard on the sweetness, right? After that, like you mix it up, and you have yourself a nice little cherry blossom liqueur. It's actually quite delicious. It's very, very floral as you'd expect, but there is actually a little bit of cherry, like fruitness coming in the background, which is really nice. I'm quite happy with this liqueur. It works really well. What I did for this cocktail was I did a White Negroni riff. So I did 30 mils of a WallFlower Gin from Odd Society. It's a very lavender forward gin, so I wanted to keep that floral element in there. I did 20 milliliters of this cherry blossom liqueur, 20 mils of a Dry Vermouth, and then 20 mils of a Chiaro Amaro, which is a white Amaro, which is kind of like a little more floral. Mix them all together, and then we have this beautiful White Negroni Twist that is made for spring here in Vancouver. I want to thank you guys for watching this. This is the second installment to my Foraging for Cocktails series, which is a series where I explore different trees and plant life around Vancouver and BC and try to incorporate them into drinks that I've been making. All right. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe because I'm going to be coming up with a lot more drinks like this. All right.